Hello everyone, welcome back to another Oh Hey Jelly vlog. If you've been following the channel, you might remember that episode where we paid $50 per pax for a luxurious 6 hours ride on AEROLINE from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur. Well, this time we decided to bump up the budget a little, $60 per person to try out another premium coach service, Transtar Express. Booking was easy enough. We secured our seats online via busonlineticket.com, selecting the 2:30 PM Transtar Superstar Z coach, pick up from Berjaya Times Square in KL to drop off at Jurong East Venture Avenue in Singapore. You can also book your tickets directly through Transtar Travel's official site. Just select your route, travel dates, and preferred timing, and you're all set to go. Now, just a quick disclaimer before we dive in. This vlog isn't sponsored in any way. We are simply sharing our observations and personal experiences on board this coach ride, so take what you will from it. The departure point at Berjaya Times Square is essentially a shared pickup area for multiple coach companies, and as you might expect, it can get a little chaotic. Buses were lined up one after another, with groups of passengers milling around trying to figure out which bus to board. We had to walk along the row of parked buses to visually locate our Transtar Superstar Z coach. And here's where it got a little confusing. The bus we were supposed to board had a giant Consortium Bus Express logo plastered across the side, with only a small Transtar and Superstar Z logo tucked away near the bottom. It would have been easy to miss if we hadn't double checked. Another thing to note, the luggage compartment is located quite high up on the side of the bus, so if you are carrying heavier bags or aren't comfortable lifting them overhead, you might struggle a little. Thankfully, the bus captain and crew were around to lend a hand when needed. The Superstar Z is built with a single upper deck for passengers. On the lower deck, there's a small area for the crew to prep F&B, the driver's seat, and a compact restroom for emergency use. A narrow flight of stairs connects the lower and upper decks, and this is also the only way on and off the bus. Our seats were located right next to the staircase. Upstairs, you'll find 20 cocoon-style seats arranged in a 2+1 layout. Above the seats are the enclosed overhead compartments, roomy enough for smaller backpacks or any last-minute shopping bags. The cocoon recliner design means you can comfortably stretch out without worrying about bothering the person behind you. There's also an adjustable headrest, which you can tweak to your preference. The little retractable hook on the front side of your seat screen is perfect for hanging a small bag or any essentials you might need. A complimentary bottle of mineral water is provided at every seat. Even without reclining, the leg room is generous. Each seat comes with an adjustable footrest, which you can control using the button on the front left side of your screen. And speaking of buttons, there are quite a number on board the Transtar Superstar Z. On the right side of your armrest, you'll find controls for adjusting the upper and lower sections of your recliner. A reading light switch, and a call button for the onboard crew. Then there's the seat's inbuilt air massager function. Just hit the on button for a 15-minute gentle lumbar massage right in your cocoon recliner. The pressure isn't strong, but it's enough to ease some lower back tension after hours on the road. About 10 minutes after leaving Berjaya Times Square, the bus made a quick toilet break stop. So the bus has stopped here for 10 minutes. Quick toilet break. There's a female toilet right here, and a male toilet is right there. This was the first of 2 restroom stops during the 9-hour journey. Once we were back on the road, the Transtar crew came around to take drink orders. The options were simple: hot coffee or tea. I went for the hot roasted tea, which turned out to be a tea bag in hot water with a very generous serving of sugar syrup. I managed about 2 sips before it got too sweet for my liking. The crew also helped set up the pull-out tray tables. Unfortunately, it looked like the seat cleaning wasn't done very thorough. There was a leftover serviette tucked inside my tray, along with food crumbs from the previous passenger. Early dinner was served around 4 PM, and to be honest, for the price point, it was a little underwhelming. The bento box came with bihun, 3 pieces of chicken, a soggy spring roll, and some potato wedges drenched in sauce. The tray table can't be extended any further, which made it ergonomically awkward for dining or working on a laptop. To avoid dropping food on yourself, you either had to lean right in towards the screen or hold the bento box with one hand while eating with the other. Each Each passenger gets their own personal entertainment screen built into the seat. You can select your preferred language: English, Japanese, simplified or traditional Chinese. The crew also hands out wired earpieces, which they'll collect back just before you disembark. For better sound and comfort, I used my own Bluetooth transmitter to connect my headphones instead. There's a mix of animation, sci-fi, horror, plus some ebooks, music and games. Though I have to say, most of the movie titles are quite dated. I ended up watching a 2018 horror flick called 14 Cameras. The reflective screen made viewing quite annoying after a while, even with the curtains drawn down. Plus, you can't tilt or adjust the screen angle. Mr. P went for the Toy Story series and an action film, but strangely, the Toy Story films were mislabeled. Part 1 was listed as 2 and 2 as 1. And to top it off, his action movie turned out to be half-loaded, cutting off midway through. Another downside compared to AEROLINE's entertainment system. There were no movie synopses to help you choose what to watch. The moment you select a title, it jumps straight into the film, with no skip or fast forward options. And one more little frustration, each film starts with an unskippable advertisement ranging from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. About 2.5 hours in, at around 5 PM, we made our second and final toilet stop. It was at the same rest stop AEROLINE used on our previous trip. Unfortunately for us, multiple road accidents in Johor that evening turned what should have been a 6-hour journey into a 9-hour one. By 9 PM, we were still crawling along the highway, about 2 hours away from Malaysia checkpoint. I made use of the extra time to get some editing done on my laptop, but with the tray table being so impractical, I had to balance my bag on my lap and set the laptop on top. Not the most ergonomic setup. Then came the border crossing, and it was honestly a bit messy. We finally reached Malaysia immigration around 11 PM. After clearing customs, instead of reboarding our Superstar Z coach, we were asked to collect all our belongings and luggage from the vehicle. We were then ushered onto a public Transtar transfer bus, mixed with passengers from other non-Superstar Z coach, which felt a little odd. The bus wouldn't depart customs until it was completely full, so we ended up waiting quite a while before moving on to Singapore Customs and finally to our Jurong East drop-off point. And that wraps up our $60 one-way Transtar Superstar Z luxury coach experience. I'd love to hear what you think. Would you give this coach a try, or have you taken the Superstar Z coach before? If you have recommendations for affordable luxury coach rides between KL and Singapore, let us know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching our vlog, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!